Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Baat with Ardon. I hope you're all doing very well. और आज एक बहुत बहुत खास मेहमान हमें ज्वाइन करेंगी across the border from our neighboring country. हमेशा से एक हाइप रही है इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान. लेकिन today, it's not about India versus Pakistan, but today it's India and Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's have Ananya Anand on screen with us. Hello, Ananya.
Hello. Hi.
Hi,
कैसा है?
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing perfectly fine. और सबसे पहले तो thank you very much. Perhaps it's
I
2
can't hear
a.m.
you.
there in. Oh, why? Can you
Can
hear
you
me
hear
now?
me?
Yes.
Your voice just went. I can't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Rejoin. You.
Yeah.
Acha.
Can't hear you. I'm so sorry, but I can
Rejoin.
see you,
Rejoin.
but I can't rejoin. Okay.
Yes.
I might rejoin.
Right. Um. So अनन्या जितनी देर में हमें ज्वाइन करती हैं दोबारा थोड़ा सा मैं बताता चलूं that she is a talent manager. She has been working with names like Jacqueline Fernandez, late Irfan Khan, and so many other names. Or she has been in this field for the past 7 years. We'd be discussing her experiences, her journey, her struggles, and Ananya is back.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Sorry, Yada. Hmm.
Hello, Ananya. Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Sorry for that, but I just don't know what happened.
No problem. Perfect. सबसे पहले, thank you very much. Perhaps it's 2 a.m. There in Australia, and
Australia, and I'm stuck here in Australia. I think I'm luckily stuck here. Like, what's happening back home or in my city where I work, it's actually very bad. So it's better I'm like with family and home here. Of course, I miss my
oh,
work and my people there, but I just cannot do much about it. So yeah, I'm here.
so what's the current situation there in Australia?
Australia has gone a bit better. People are managing quite well. In fact, आज तो protest भी start हो गए हैं इधर, and social
Hmm.
distancing is happening. No new cases. Luckily, the second wave of COVID has not hit, I think, but it will eventually because it's
Right.
asymptomatic and you don't know when it starts. So I hope कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए. But if at all it happens, people are prepared. Unlike what
Oh.
like we're going through, we've opened up in India and stuff. So we're just all hopeful of nothing bad happens like again or something. Just maintain the flat. Let's keep flattening the curve as much as we can.
Exactly. Or you were talking about the second wave.
Hmm.
यहाँ पे तो अभी तक पहले से ही हम फारिग नहीं
नहीं
हुए.
हाँ तो इंडिया में ही पहले से फारिग नहीं हुए हैं Melbourne में we are
Yeah.
expecting for the second wave because people have started going out. The protests and all have started. Like today only, I heard a friend of mine had gone to the protest, and this there are one of our tel- Indian actresses, Pallavi Sharda, who is an Australian and she stays here. I was seeing her Instagram
Mhm.
story. There were some more than 2,000 to 3,000 people at one point. It can be a hotspot and cannot be a hotspot. But you would only know this
Wow.
after 14 days or 7 days, as you say, like the symptoms start showing up. So this one could be a
Exactly.
second wave. You can't really say much about it because they have also just opened. They just opened on the 1st of June. So let's be
Exactly.
very
And
hopeful, all of us.
बिल्कुल.
Uh,
And it's not just us. I mean, it's the, it's across the globe. Every single
Right.
person,
Yeah.
every business, every industry, everything,
Correct.
everyone is on the same page.
We never thought that like you would be like entertainment or a food industry would be a non-essential. Like people used to say entertainment will never go out of work or food business will never, this is something that will never go out of work. But if you see the worst hit by this whole pandemic and this whole virus is entertainment and the food industry. Food industry, I would say, when we go out and eat, like not, of course, not the consumer goods, but our restaurants, our takeaways, basically whosoever is functioning from their kitchens, maybe even them, because we are even scared to order chapatis from outside now because you don't know in what condition they are cooking.
बिल्कुल
So that ways, I
बिल्कुल
think that in life, okay, we all love cooking and everything is there, but people who haven't cooked, I've seen them cook. Like my actor, like people that I work with, the actresses that I function with, they are cooking 3 meals a day. They function only with their mates, few of them, of course, because they don't have the time to go come back home and cook again, right? 12 hours of shift and do whatnot. But everyone is doing it because you don't know when, how, and when it can affect you. So it has changed.
बिल्कुल
It
बिल्कुल
has
बिल्कुल
given a human perspective to a lot of people. Like we're doing things that we never thought we would be doing.
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली और सबसे बड़ा मसला ही ये है कि you cannot judge if the other person
Correct.
has the virus or not.
Yeah.
तो
मतलब
मतलब वो आपको बाद में ही पता चलता
लोगों से लोग मैंने सुना है कि this it's the basic advice to win from this virus is you have to think pre-assume that the people or the person walking in front of you has it. So that's how you'll save yourself from it. You have to always
है.
presume the other person, whosoever next to you has it, so you have to save yourself. So do whatever. सबको कोरोना है सकता तो तुझे नहीं होना चाहिए ऐसा.
और और मैं एक पोस्ट मैंने देखी थी कि द मोस्ट पॉजिटिव वर्ड दीज डेज इज नेगेटिव.
Yeah, it has to be. Like if it's negative, then it's positive. Dude,
एग्जैक्टली
this
एग्जैक्टली.
virus, I think people who have been paranoid throughout their lives, this is the best time for them. Because people who are paranoid and OCDs, they're only surviving. Rest like, but actually, like I'm a paranoid. Like my paranoid situations have saved. I think for now have saved my family, my sister around because she's the most careless person to be around with. Like she would go take a parking ticket and touch her face. So I jump around her and things like, dude, no, no,
ओके.
you have to like sanitize 10 times a day, do things. So the best time around to be here is one paranoid in the family, which is saving them. Or cleanliness
वी
cookers.
हैव वन, माय डैड.
Good. I'm glad somebody
So
like.
yeah,
In fact, this is the time when parents are actually behaving like kids. So for them to be that finicky is good.
very true, very
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
अच्छा, Ananya,
Hmm.
you've been working with the most, biggest names of Bollywood industry,
Hmm.
late Irfan Khan, Jacqueline, Fernandez, and you've been in this um, particular field for the past 7 years.
Yeah, 8 years to be precise. But I started functioning as a publicist before. So yeah, but I've been
Hmm.
around. Like I've been around for a while now. Like I've
So,
seen
so
a bit of
how?
transition of films to OTT.
Aha.
So that.
So just just talk us through as to how did this all start? That very first thing, when you entered this particular industry,
So it was it
क्या
okay.
क्या क्या आपके
So I'll
माइंड
give
पे
you
क्या
like
चल रहा था?
a scratch brief from it on it. I have always I was that kid who was always intrigued by cinema. So I would go as a 4 year kid also I would stand in front of the television and see Saif Ali Khan doing Ole Ole. Like I would just stop. So I'm that person who wants to watch films and who wants to imitate and who wants to have that Madhuri Dixit outfit from Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, or dance on Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, or like literally run, die, play for film, television. Even for TV, like when my mother used to bribe me for that. I will let you watch this TV serial if you will study like 1 hour. So I've always been that kid who was motivated by the cinema. I used to dance. So I started off, I remember, I think sixth or seventh standard, I started dancing. And I decided that I'm gonna be a model or I will become a choreographer. Just had this in my thing. But then I saw like the process of becoming a model is a task, and then you have to leave eating food. I was like, that I can't do. So I can do something else which requires me to like at least live my passion. So I started practicing dance, and I used to teach. Then I started learning. I was with Shamak Towers Institute of Performing Arts for like I think 4 to 5 years. I practiced with danced with them. But then I wasn't really very sure if I want to start dance in front of the camera because I am still very camera shy. Like I would go do a portfolio or a picture shoot, but I can't act. Like if you ask me to give a dialogue, I will be like, oh, I'm not too sure. So my transition to coming on like even live Instagram lives or starting like a video interview also is a thing. Like I think I have achieved something. So choreography
Right.
was one of my options. Like maybe like to get in. I just wanted to be a part of the industry somehow or the other. Coming from Delhi, like you don't have that exposure. So my dad was not really very sure that if he wants me to go and like Mumbai कैसा शहर है इतना बड़ा शहर है कैसे जाएगी अकेली लड़की all that. So he wasn't very sure that क्या करना है शौक शौक में डांस कर लो पर इतना कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो उन्होंने भी कभी बढ़ावा नहीं दिया फिर मैंने भी इवेंचुअली छोड़ दिया कि ठीक है. पर अब दिमाग में तो फितूर था कि नहीं करना है इंडस्ट्री में तो जाना है कैसे जाएंगे. So I kept reading about it. I was like और क्या कर सकते हैं कोरियोग्राफर कैंसिल हो चुका है और ऐसी क्या चीज हो सकती है कि मतलब मैं इंडस्ट्री का हिस्सा भी बनी हूँ और एक्टिंग नहीं मतलब हीरोइन भी नहीं हूँ बट कुछ हूँ. देखते हैं. पढ़ा पढ़ा
कैमरे के
then
सामने भी नहीं हूँ.
नहीं आना पड़ेगा. So 2009 में when
हाँ.
I had just gone my call, I just finished my schooling. So I was just reading and उस टाइम पे ना आई थिंक 10 साल हो गए इस बात को. पीआर इंडस्ट्री ने बहुत बड़ा जंप लिया था. तो you would have heard like I used to see articles. I used to type publicist, PR, talent manager. तो ये सुनने में नई नई चीजें थी कि यार क्योंकि अभी ये सब 10-11 साल से ही बड़ा है. उससे पहले तो मैनेजर सेक्रेटरीज होते थे एक्टर्स के. एक अंकल है वही सारे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स क्लोज कर रहे हैं और कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होते भी नहीं थे इतने. फिल्म साइन हो गई और अमाउंट दे दिया खत्म.
बस जुबानी कलामी सारी बातें थी.
जुबानी हो
बिल्कुल.
गया हाँ कर दिया. उसमें कुछ कोई वही दादा मेकअप दादा जा रहे हैं मतलब स्ट्रक्चर नहीं था. तो ये स्ट्रक्चर भी इवेंचुअली 10-12 साल में ही आया है. सो
एग्जैक्टली. बिल्कुल.
हाँ. So I saw and there was back then there was this one agency that I heard of which I now work with Quan Talent Management and
Right.
they had just started and there were not many talent agencies. So I read about them. I read this 4-5 names. I read this one name called Anirban La. He was then owner of
Uh-huh.
Quant Talent Management. He's made a lot of people in the industry. And then there was this name called Parag Desai. He's one of the renowned PR persons. Then there was one photographer turned talent manager called Atul Kasbekar, who now owns a very big agency called Bling Talent Management.
अच्छा.
He's a celebrated photographer at the moment. I've worked with him for a couple of things. He's a great guy to work with. So I've heard these names. I was like, okay, ये 4-5 लोग ही हैं. इन्हीं में से किसी को contact करना होगा. And I'll land up somewhere. तो अभी के लिए पढ़ लेते हैं.
सही हो गया.
So पर करना तो mass communication. पर फिर I figured कि what do you have to study to become a publicist? Mass communication I started like, and I just wanted to go. I had like notions. I had standards. Like I had to go to this particular college in the university. तो North Campus
ऐसा
में
ही है.
होना चाहिए. अब हर चीज नहीं मिल सकती है ना.
स्वैग होना चाहिए ना जी.
हाँ correct. तो हर चीज नहीं मिलती है.
हाँ.
But I managed for that this one college in which I was getting 1/3 year mass communication so that I can enroll my masters in it. So I've had my college life also, and then I've had my the exact course that I wanted to enroll in. So I'd gone to I think after that I did my public relations degree. Side by side I started functioning working, but I did not manage to I was, I think, working slowly towards it. वो एक होता है ना, फितूर निकलना शुरू हो जाता है कि यार बॉम्बे तो जा नहीं पा रहे हैं, फिगर आउट नहीं हो रहा है, तो कुछ तो करना ही है, बट हैज टू बी लाइक इंटरेस्टिंग एंड ग्लैमर होना चाहिए लाइफ में. So I started
Oh,
any which way working as PR, a PR in Delhi. I was managing art and culture. So very close to like at least whatever Delhi famous I could do, I was doing. So Delhi celebrated art exhibitions, their events. I used to manage with this one lady that I worked with, Richa Gupta. She's the only person who's doing art in Delhi at this point. Great lady to work with. So I worked with her for like 2 years. Then I kept hop jumping because I was still finishing my masters. I was like, once I finish my masters, then I'll see maybe I want to move to Bombay or not. But let's. So, but while I was working in Delhi, I had a couple of exposure working with the celebrities. Like people had come to promote their films, so they had some kind of an integration with my agency. I was managing one brand or two, so I ended up managing a couple of them, and I had that bit of exposure. वो होता है ना, खून लग जाता है फिर तो. अब मैंने अब इतना तो कर ही लिया है, तो अब तो करना ही है. So one fine day I just gone
अब तो
to
लाइन में घुस गए हैं बस, अब तो जनाब.
अब तो मतलब ये कर लिया तो अब तो करना ही है. So then one fine
No
day
looking back.
I actually had gone to Bombay for a vacation with my friend, and my friend had canned on me. She could not accompany me. I was like, now that I'm here and I'm alone and I have 1 week, I might as well just give some interviews and see how it works. The first interview I gave, I landed up as a publicist job in the industry for Bollywood. And they gave me like a set of actors to work with. My first artist, Taapsee Pannu. I've worked with her. I started working with her some 6 years back when she was also like getting that great person to work with. She's so good. Like I think the kind of straightforwardness that I've learned from her is brilliant. So I still look up to her till date. Like whenever I get a chance to, we end up talking. Like the kind of straightforwardness that she comes with is to really look forward to. So yeah, then
Right.
Irfan sir I've worked with then. So now that I was a part of it, I kept growing in the same field. Uh, Left this publicist job, joined T series for a bit, started like kind of worked there for films, and learned a bit of music from them, the kind of music work that they do. Then finally, out of the blue, when I was not figuring, like I couldn't become, I had this talent manager thing in my head, but things were not working out. Probably I applied somewhere and they didn't have an opening, or they called me and I was kind of involved somewhere. I was literally not doing anything. I had just taken a bit of break. And one fine day, I just get this call from this agency. I was like, are you looking for a job? I was like, no, I'm not looking, but are you guys hiring? So they're like, yeah, we are hiring, come. So I'd gone for this interview and I was like, bro, I think 8 years. It took me 8 years to reach here. Definitely doing it. So, and even I told them in my mind, I was like, dude, your company was the first agency I ever wanted to apply to. It still took me 8 years to reach here. But never too
Wow.
late. Like, I'm still functioning now. Like, they were quite shocked to know that why did I, they asked me, like, why didn't you apply before? I was like, I did. But as I told you, like, sometimes you were not hiring, or I was not looking for something that you were offering. But this was, I think, the right time. It had just fallen in place at the right time. So it happened like that, and now I started off here like a year and a half back, still functioning from here. Like because abhi shoots to nahi ho rahe hain. So whatever we
बिल्कुल.
can pre-book for our actors and post or whatever ongoing projects were going on, digital deals, whatever we could do, we are managing. Good, good stuff.
So at the end of the day, what really matters is how consistent you have been
Been, yeah, like
throughout.
correct.
तो मतलब इन
Like
पे
I would
जाके
not
मतलब
say I
you.
did not feel disheartened of not reaching a certain point, but I would say whatever or wherever I have functioned, be it as a publicist to these actors. Also, I tried when in between jobs I did my own work also. As a publicist, I handled my own projects. I did this film, like I made friends throughout. Then I've done some digital marketing work, but I've just been around. Like I've never gone off the industry. Something or the other, it has been with the media and my people, because it's a very small industry. Like you meet people via. So at this point, also, if I'm talking to
अच्छा.
somebody and some point of time I worked them, they remember.
Right. So, what has, or what was that hardest decision that you've ever made so far? इतने इतने
Um,
सारे experiences में.
hardest was, I think, yeah, the hardest was to leave working with Irfan sir. I remember. I still remember the day I'd gone
Ooh.
to office, and like I had a bit of, not, I would not call it an argument. It was a growth argument only, but I had a disagreement with my boss, and I had to leave that agency. The first thought that came to my mind was him. As like he's been my favorite person to work with, and I don't know if like I didn't even get a chance to say bye or meet him because he was shooting somewhere up. He was shooting somewhere in, I think, for Tokyo trials, or he wasn't in the country. He was abroad, and and usually you don't get to direct, like you don't directly get in touch with him when they're shooting. You end up getting in touch with their managers. So I had a conversation with his manager. She was around and all that. But luckily, like I joined T series after, and I got to work with him in two films immediately after. So when one day he'd come and I met him in the lobby, and he's like, "अरे यहाँ join कर लिया था, कहाँ से आपसे मिलने का मौका नहीं मिला." But like we ended up working in two films together. So luckily, but leaving his publicist job was a bit hard on me. Like I still till date I feel that thing, but it's okay. Like it's also a growth. And anyway, he was not around.
Well, so talking about those two films, um, perhaps one of them was Hindi medium,
Hmm.
and you've met Sabha Kamar as well.
I did not meet her. I
Um,
I wish I could have.
अच्छा, oh,
I was working. I worked on that film so hard that eventually I'll get to meet her because I adore her work. Like I admire her work and how. Bagi I watched recently. I was like, shit, I have to meet her. Like I enjoyed her so much in
oh,
Bagi. Like, and like that Kandil story also is quite a bit moving. So it was not everybody's else's thing that they could have just functioned on that. So you needed somebody who could have pulled a Kandil well on them, which she did luckily, and it was brilliant. I must say. So I really follow her work till date. I really wished I could meet her, but that whole massacre had happened then only. The whole when they did not let us promote films across borders, so we could not meet her.
uh, so I hope things change in
I
future, or
know. I wish, I have. There are so many artists out there that I feel I could have just managed, or I could have just got to work them here because people don't understand there's life beyond Fawad Khan in from Pakistan. Like there's so many brilliant actors that they don't really know. Like I would want to name a few like Adnan Malik. Then there is
okay,
Bilal Ashraf. Then there's Sheheryar
right?
Munawar. So these guys, like, they're so good. Like, I've seen their work, I've adored it. There's this one girl I know, I forgot her name. She's done one film with Harshvardhan Rane. Her name starts from M. Can you help me? One Bollywood film that
Uh,
I've met her once. वो बस अभी नई रिसेंटली मूव हुई थी मुझे मिली ओटी सीरीज की फिल्म की थी उन्होंने और मिले
mhm.
हम लिफ्ट में बात करी है हमने बेचारी 2 महीने में वापस चली जस्ट आके घर लिया था उसने मुझे बताई रही थी मैं भी आई
Oh, ho,
हूँ
ho,
और
ho, ho.
मैं नाम भूल रही हूँ उसका एम से नाम है उनका मैं बताऊंगी आपको मुझे याद आएगा
अब मेरे भी माइंड से निकल गया, एकदम क्लिक करेगा.
माहिरा नहीं है माहिरा तो ऑफ कोर्स वी ऑल नो कुछ और है उनका नाम
नहीं नहीं, माहिरा
वो
तो जाहिर है, एकदम एकदम
खींच
वो.
मेरी फोटो दिस इज द सॉन्ग इस गाने में है आई रिमेम्बर द सॉन्ग
अच्छा, ये अभी बातें करते करते एकदम हमें बीच में याद आ जाएगा. ओह यस यस यस. अब I've got a few questions. अच्छा, we're being watched in UK as well, um, in Pakistan and UK, and of course Australia. Not sure about India अभी तक,
पाकिस्तान में
but
देख रहे हैं अली सेठी तक पहुंचना चाहिए कि मैं उनकी बहुत बड़ी फैन हूँ
oh, okay. Maybe. Oh, okay, okay. We've got a suggestion. Are you talking about Mavira?
Mavra Hoke. हाँ, Hokkien. Mavra Hokkien. Mavra.
अच्छा, this is a huge, argument के होकेन है या हुसैन है.
अच्छा.
तो मैंने ज्यादातर हुसैन सुना है. अब
मैंने मैंने होकेन
हर
सुना
दफा
नहीं है.
फर्क
मैं
होता है.
पढ़ा है तो मुझे होकेन मुझे लगा था कि मावरा होकेन.
हाँ, बहुत सारे लोग कहते हैं होकेन है या हुसैन है. तो
हुसैन है. हाँ, बस मावरा.
अच्छा, I've
मावरा
got a
की बात
question.
उन्हीं से मिली थी मैं लिफ्ट में और बेचारी 2 महीने में ही जाना पड़ा उनको. जस्ट सब अरेंज किया है, फ्लैट किया. लाइक शी वाज टेलिंग मी एज इफ लाइक एंड आई जस्ट मेट हर लाइक शी कम टू मीट समबडी इन द ऑफिस एंड आई जस्ट गॉन. आई लाइक चल आई
हाँ.
ड्रॉप यू टू द फ्लोर एंड आई मेक यू मीट हूएवर यू आर हियर फॉर. क्योंकि आना जाना लगा ही रहता है. लोग मिल आते रहते हैं. तो ऐसे मैं आधे लोगों से तो मेरे लिफ्ट में मतलब वो याद भी रखेंगे फिर इवेंचुअली. अरे आपको मैं वहां मिली थी.
अच्छा, what frustrates you the most within the industry? ये क्वेश्चन आया.
Great. I think the whole it's not just about me. It's about anybody you're working with. It's about timelines to follow. You know, like privacy maybe.
Oh.
Like you don't understand. People somehow they don't have that particular borderline to stop somewhere or get. Probably they want to get in touch with you. They think you're entitled to be available to them always. I think this is one
Hmm.
thing that people now have started putting it through and putting their foot down to. And actors also, for that matter. Like I really like when they appreciate their personal time. Like how Akshay Kumar never functions on Sundays. He has a particular timeline. If he's asked everybody to come on set on 4, people will be on time on 4. He will, no doubt, okay, of course, if it's required, he will stay. But if he's given a set of
Mm-hmm.
time, he would make sure he finishes his work in. But basically, following timelines is now a thing, which I now appreciate. But this used to frustrate me when I recently joined, or people would do delays and they will eventually call you after work hours. They expect you to keep them updated even if you've told them once or twice it's not happening. So basically pushy people. And I think you'll have them
Right.
in every industry, but my industry in specific if you asked. Yeah.
अच्छा, um, शुरू में मैंने बात की थी कि टुडे इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी अबाउट इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान, लेकिन इट्स गोइंग टू बी अबाउट इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान. So, talking about the cultural similarities, आपको क्या क्या लगता है कि मतलब we have similar foods, we have similar cultures, we have um, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. लेकिन what's that one thing that you like the most?
I think warmth, like the kind of warmth you will have from somebody from India or Pakistan, you would not find that around the world anywhere. Like
क्या खूबसूरत
you can
बात की है.
immediately, even if in Australia, you can immediately connect. Even if somebody is not from India, even that person is from Pakistan, I can immediately feel that warmth. वो जो अपना
हम्म.
हमारा देसी वो
देसी
फीलिंग है वो
टच.
नहीं. वो हाँ देसी टच है वो. आई थिंक वो पाकिस्तान इंडिया मैटर नहीं करता है. वो इट्स लाइक even on music, like how we connect, we both the countries connect. They have a very similar taste in music. The Sufism is very particular here. So even if Indian person will hear like a Pakistani Sufi music, they're proper उनके गांव के पिंड के गाने भी चलेंगे. They immediately pick what they're saying because I think I don't know about the whole country. We as North Indians, our Punjabi is very similar to what their Punjabi is. So even music,
हम्म.
I would say music connects. Cinema, of course,
बिल्कुल.
people vary. They want to watch or they don't want to watch. Music and warmth, I think, are two things that people immediately can. Food, of course, biryani. Who doesn't like biryani? Who
अरे
doesn't
वाह.
like my
अरे वाह.
so that ways.
अभी अभी मैं आ ही रहा था. अच्छा, let's play a short game.
Hmm.
It's a segment called Dil Ki Baat. Um, you'd be given two choices, this or that. You'll have to choose one.
Hmm.
All right, let's
Yeah.
start. New clothes or new phone?
New phone.
Jogging or hiking?
Hiking.
What's worse, laundry or dishes?
Dishes.
Month without a car or month without the internet?
Month without a car. I don't drive.
Okay.
Easiest question ever.
अरे वाह.
Internet, I'll die.
Money Heist or Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones, any day. Even though the ending was bad, but yeah,
Art
still.
festival. Acha. Art festivals or music festivals?
Music. This is a hard one, but yeah, music festivals. Like I love both equally, but
क्योंकि
I think I
ये दोनों बहुत बहुत relatable है.
relatable. Like music festival any day.
Right. Go back to the past or go forward into the future?
Go back to the past. I can see future. I'm also a
Acha.
tarot card reader, so I would go back to the past.
Okay. Right. Friends or career?
Friends or
Friends or career?
friends, I would pick, but I'm not really. I've not been a Friends fan too, but I would pick Friends out of it because I'm more of a How I Met Your Mother fan. So if
अच्छा
that
अब
would
आया ना
be
मजे का सवाल. Pizza or biryani?
biryani any
अरे
day.
बिरयानी या हलीम?
Biryani.
अच्छा बिरयानी wins. Biryani wins, yeah.
Uh,
Anytime.
बिरयानी और निहारी बोलो
Right.
तो मैं निहारी पिक करती.
Oh,
मैंने
अच्छा.
अभी भी बनानी सीखी है निहारी.
That's nice.
Uh,
Travel or home?
travel. होम तो हो गया बस
हाँ,
अब कोई होम नहीं बोलेगा
अब
मुझे लगता
बहुत हो गया. बस
है
बस.
होम नहीं बस बहुत होम हो गया. I think introverts also want to step out now. I've heard they've loved their home time. They're like, no, we are also done. Please let us out. We'll also go out
Hmm.
with you.
All right, right. अच्छा. Um, you're a talent manager. You
Hmm.
know, what's the best form of marketing for
Hmm.
those for that unpresented talent or for those who are, um emerging for those emerging talents? So
I
what's the
would
best form of marketing distribution?
distribution. So you're basically trying to ask me like for people who are very new in the industry, like actors,
Yes,
freshers,
yes,
right?
yes, yes.
I would suggest because I do manage a couple of I have new faces as well. I have this one very young girl called Nupur Sanan. She's Kriti Sanan's sister, so I manage her work. Extremely enthusiastic child, great voice, acting of course chirpy like proper typical chirpy Delhi girl, amazing. Like she's actually natural. She does if you see her even talking like you think that she's trying to tell you something. So she's very expressive. So I would suggest the right kind of marketing is meeting the right people, choosing where you sit and where you like. I think, of course, you don't. It's a very thin line between being an opportunist or making a right connection. So even if you end up networking, networking should be very smart. Like, of course, you
Hmm.
end up meeting people and you try meeting as much as people who can get you work or can somehow somewhere help you. But I think choosing those right people is very important. Connecting with the right people. I would say following the right people. Maybe as for example, the social media that you follow those 10 influential people that you think eventually will have some impact on you. So I think it's more about working on yourself than looking out for work outside first. So I think if you've perfected that skill of having your own things aligned, I think you end up attracting the right people.
और मेरे
So
ख्याल से आजकल मतलब we for the past 3 months everyone has got enough time to invest on themselves.
invest on themselves,
Um,
correct? Yeah. And even
we
if
were
they're
talking.
not, I feel some of them I you it's this was not actually the time to be so hard on themselves. So people who have not, that has also been completely fine and worked in their favor because सबके लिए जब सब खुल जाएगा तो सबके लिए इक्वली खुलेगा. अब अगर आप देखोगे तो
Exactly.
न्यू अभी currently इस लॉकडाउन में बहुत रेयरिटी में people are working. So of course it will be like a subclass thing where a set of actors will get work. So from the stature, if we see, everybody will be on the same line. So everyone will be marking or getting work on their talent basis. I think
very,
no connections,
very true.
nothing would work at this point because work will be very limited. So if you deserve it, then only somebody who's want to invest your money or your time and talent in you. Because आप देखो अब जहाँ 10 मूवीज रिलीज होती थी वहाँ 5 मूवीज रिलीज होंगी, तो it has to have that competition will increase, but of course the chances of fairness will also will be increased. Talent will win over connections, I would feel. So वो जो connections बनाने हैं, networking है, वो सब कुछ आएगी काम of course, but if you don't have talent then it will not work. So it's more
और
like
होना भी
working
मेरे ख्याल से
nature.
ऐसे ही चाहिए,
अब तो यही होगा. I
you
think this
know.
is the new age cinema for all of us. Where talent, it genuinely does, like if you see, if I recall like 5 actresses or 5 names, people are there are so many new people in the industry that if you remember those 5, then definitely you're remembering for them for their work and not for how they look or not for what background do they come from. If they've genuinely enjoyed their acting, it is, I think, about time now that people pick people on their talents and then on their connections. So that totally functions. Self-made people or people who are literally functioning to on grounds of the talent is important. So that's happening. I think that's what people
Right.
like Irfan Khan or Nawaz have changed for the world. Or a Vicky
That's
Kaushal.
very true. अच्छा, um, एक और चीज मुझे अभी भी क्लिक किया, मतलब इस लॉकडाउन में did you rediscover or rediscover that hobby या कोई ऐसी बचपन की हॉबी जो किसी टाइम पे आके खत्म हो गई थी और अब आपको टाइम मिला टू, ओ यू डिड उसको दोबारा, कुकिंग?
मैंने सिर्फ इस लॉकडाउन में सिर्फ और सिर्फ अपनी कुकिंग मास्टर की है. मैंने दूसरा प्रोफेशन ढूंढ लिया है. कभी लाइफ में मूवीज मेरा मन उठ जाए या मुझे निकलना हो या मुझे नहीं करनी है टैलेंट मैनेजमेंट, मैंने जाके अपना कैफे खोल लेना है. मैंने ठेला लगा लेना है. मैंने कुछ नहीं करना. मैंने सिर्फ खाना बनाना, लोगों को खिलाना है और खुश होना है. I think that's therapeutic. Cooking is something I think a lot of people must have. I'm sure people have gone towards their kitchen, but it's such a therapy, and it actually like it gives me a lot of retrospect. मैं बहुत सोचती हूँ, मतलब मुझे बहुत नए आइडियाज आते हैं जब मैं खाना बना रही हूँ. तो मतलब it's a very concentration thing. Like if you don't make good food and people don't enjoy it, then you're not doing justice to it. So for me, like it has to be perfect. So that was like I'll take the
Oh,
whole
बिल्कुल,
day
and I
and
think
I'll
it
never cook 3 meals, but I enjoy cooking a lot.
I cook, yeah, and cooking itself is an art, perhaps.
And it was never like
Your own creativity.
a hobby. I started cooking for survival when I moved to Bombay. I had I've studied back in school, like I had a couple of cooking courses in school, but I used to do it and I used to not enjoy them, but just do it for the heck of it. Get pass hona hai, marks mil jayenge, अच्छा खाना basic बना के खत्म करो. When I moved to the new city, like I started cooking for survival, and then I started enjoying it. I started meeting people a lot who actually enjoyed food. So like I was like, why not try? And you never got the time because the kind of work that we do, we literally eating out of packages, or luckily we have maids there, so
बिल्कुल
they
ऐसे
give
ही
us
है.
lunch and stuff. So वो बनाने का टाइम अब मिला तो of course बना के, और बाहर, और luckily हम बाहर खा नहीं सकते, तो जो खाना है खुद बनाना पड़ेगा. So why not explore something new?
ऐसा ही है.
So I think that was the best thing happened. दिख रहा होगा सारा
Ah,
कुकिंग का खाया पिया.
that's very interesting. अच्छा, there are times when your patience is being tested. किसी भी सिचुएशन में हो सकता है वो. How do you keep a check on your emotions उस टाइम पर कि नहीं 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 नहीं, मैंने ओवर रिएक्ट नहीं करना,
I'm very short
गुस्सा नहीं कर
tempered.
जाना.
मैं बहुत शॉर्ट टेम्पर्ड हूँ और मेरी शक्ल पे आ जाता है जब मैं चिढ़ रही होती हूँ या मुझे कोई दुखी कर रहा होता है. तो एंड वर्किंग इन अ फील्ड लाइक दिस, हाँ, working in a field like this, you really need a lot of deliverance on your face. So it will immediately, like if somebody would say like, eventually मुंह पे आएगा like ठीक है नहीं कर सकते, गुस्सा आ रहा है तो नहीं हो सकता है, बोलना पड़ेगा. But I think patience comes with the situation. Now you have so much patience in you to say no to things, or like your particular person won't agree to it, but you have to go back and convince. So it just that resistance keep increasing day by day. So I think once you're on
Hmm.
field and you're handling with so many people, it just comes naturally to you. I think I'll be great with kids now in
Right.
life because I've handled so many people, different mindsets and different statures. So I just know how to deal with them. Like I think I'm a total people's person now. So I know how to function with them in every bar or in every point of time.
हर तरह की सिचुएशन में.
Ah, correct.
अच्छा, Ananya,
Hmm.
we are moving towards the end of our program now. I mean, मुझे टाइम का बिल्कुल पता नहीं चला.
हाँ मुझे भी नहीं.
um, एक पॉजिटिव मैसेज और a message of peace, harmony, anything. लेकिन उससे पहले, अच्छा you there. What is the
Yeah.
best advice that you've been given, जो आपको personally मिली थी before starting your career?
Hmm.
और उसके बाद we'll take your end note.
Done. So I would not say starting of my career, but yeah, like when I was, this was when I have even not figured my life, like what exactly I'd be doing. Like my first boss, like the first lady that I worked with, that lady I was talking about, Richa. She started off giving me works like I've even made tea for her, or I've dropped her CD parcels to different set of clients. I was an intern, right? So what I
Hmm.
learned back then is you always have to keep your egos back at home if you want to really success in life. So there's no when you genuinely say koi kaam chota nahi hota, it genuinely is because I've seen even being like a talent manager when literally everything is functioning on my schedule because I'm managing that actor and everyone was following around you. मुझे भी रात को 12:30 बजे उठ के एक डिफरेंट कंट्री शूट लोकेशन में भागना पड़ सकता है क्योंकि मेरे आर्टिस्ट के रूम में पानी नहीं आ रहा है. अब मैं सोच सकती हूँ कि मैं प्लम्बर नहीं हूँ, बट मेरे आर्टिस्ट को सुबह 4 बजे उठ के शूट पे जाना है ना, तो मैं अगर उस पे जाके दूसरी कंट्री में लैंग्वेज सीख के 4 लोगों से लड़ने जाऊँ या मैं बेटर जाके उसका काम सॉर्ट कर दूँ. So I would not say if it's but I think if it's the need of the hour, no work is small or big. If it solves your purpose and you save your time, just do it and move ahead. You cannot get stuck on
अरे क्या
any.
बात है.
I see a lot of people at this point. Pandemic hai, every company is trying to give you work, and they're trying to keep their employees as much. So I had this experience of somebody was telling me that but they are making me do a junior level work. I was like, I think they are trying to just give you this job, like they are making you justify your work, and you getting paid for it. Might as well just do it and get moving now. So I think at this point, when
बिल्कुल you.
that perspective really changes you. So because if you were doing a CEO level job and you have to do something smaller, but it serves your purpose at this point when we're literally fighting with the world pandemic, you cannot decide what exactly or what not. So I think no work is
बिल्कुल ऐसी है.
smaller or bigger for you. If it solves your purpose and it lets you move in life, you must do it.
Thank you very much, Ananya. It was a pleasure having you today. और उम्मीद करता
Thanks.
हूँ
Yeah,
इसी तरह
same here.
बात से बात का सिलसिला यूं ही जारी रहेगा और आपसे दोबारा
Thank
फिर
you,
मुलाकात
Ashish.
होगी
Thank
अक्रॉस
you.
द स्क्रीन अगर यूं
Soon.
रहा. वरना
मैं आऊंगी पाकिस्तान मिलूंगी आपसे अली सेठी के
whenever
प्रोग्राम
you
से.
visit Pakistan, the doors are open for you, and we're
बिरयानी
looking
खिलानी है
forward.
आपने मुझे.
uh, बिरयानी आपको मिलेगी जनाब,
बेस्ट
जबरदस्त
बिरयानी
किस्म की
खिलानी है.
बिरयानी मिलेगी.
हाँ, ठीक है. Done.
My mom makes good biryani too. So yeah.
Yay. Done. See
अच्छा,
you.
जल्दी से मैं comments थोड़े से add कर लूं.
Hmm.
So yes, we were being watched in UK,
Hmm.
Pakistan, Australia. We've had Shehryar, Vanonika, Natasha, Risfa, Mr. Albert David, Bia Malik. Oh, and people love your smile. Wow.
Thanks. मुझे भी देखने थे
चलें with
recordings.
आप रिकॉर्डिंग में देख सकती हैं.
मैं देखूंगी recording. ठीक है. Done.
जबरदस्त हो गया.
Thank you, Arden.
So
Thank you.
yes,
Lovely talking to you.
this sums up our show for
Good night.
today, and until
Bye.
next time,
Yes.
take good care of
Until in
yourself.
person, you too. Shabba khair.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye.